my name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and today is Mishmash Monday, and I have got for you my latest project, which is the ocean spray, and I am ready to sort of reveal bits of it now because I'm in the position where I need to concentrate on an insert that I'm doing, and I can only do that on camera with kind of revealing some of it, but you're not going to get to see all of it just yet. So, welcome to another new week. Welcome to all my lovely subscribers and to everybody else. And what I'm trying to achieve today is this is going to be a hybrid journal folio. For those of you that follow Scrimping Mummy, you will probably recognise this, and I'll explain more through the walkthrough. But I have done a little mini journal insert for it, and I've kind of decorated it and done bits and pieces with it. But this is going to be a removable little journal that you can take with you. Now, the whole idea of the ocean spray for me was a memory of a holiday. And what I want to do today is to try and organise this so that it goes in but comes out if you want it to. So that's the plan, Stan, and we're going to see what's occurring. So I have, my thought process is, I have this, which this is going to pretty much attach itself to. But this is then going to be stuck in here. Now, I have worked it out that that cannot go centrally, because when we lift this side up, this side comes over too far, but this side doesn't come over as far. So I need to set that so that it's just off center effectively, and I've worked it out. It needs to be about 8mm from this side here, so that's kind of where I'm working. And yeah, this is going to be a little bit of trial and error, I think. It may not work first time, but we'll see how we go with it. So the first thing I want to do is to put in some, I'm doing a Medora style thingy so that I can insert this, and I need to work out how much of this I'm going to need, and I'm thinking about doing it double doofer, so it gives a little bit more stability. Double doofer is today's technical term, I hasten to add. Okay, so I also want to attach it so that the whatchamacallit, oh gosh, the knotty bit is at the back effectively. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to pop that in there for now, and I just want to work out how much of this I'm going to need. So I'm going to cut it there just for now. I might obviously I can cut it down even more if I need to do so. And now I'm going to insert these two bits in here, because I just need to work out how tight this needs to be without it being too loose, so that it'll actually hold the journal in. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have got those holes a little bit too, I say a little bit too, they're not quite even, but they're even enough as far as I'm concerned anyway. So sorry, I've been working offline for so long, I forgot I need to show you what I'm doing, don't I? Right, I'm going to just hold that there. So all I've done is I've made a little loop, and I'm pulling this down at the moment because I want to see how tight this needs to be. So let me put this thingy in here first. Oh dear, I just don't know if this is going to work, to be fair, but we can but try. And I thought I'd actually show you what I'm doing, because it's a slightly different sort of thing to probably what you've seen up till now. So that's that's now in there, look, can you see? And I want to pull it so that it's tight, but not so tight that you can't get it out when you want to. And it doesn't need to hold the pages in, because I've sewn the pages into this already, so it's not going to fall out. We just need it to hold that in if it's being carried around in the folio, but then allow enough slack on it to be able to take it out when you want to take it out, if that makes sense. So that's my plan, Stan. So I'm going to tie this off about there, I reckon, because I don't think it needs to be, maybe that's a little bit too loose actually. It doesn't need to be megally tight, but like I say, by the same token, it does need to hold it in without it slopping about all over the place. So let me see if I can. How does that work? So that feels kind of okay, and there's plenty of give in there. I want plenty of give because I don't want it to be hard to get out. So once it's stuck in, I want that to be relatively easy to get out. And like I say, we're not holding the pages in, so I don't need to worry about that because I've already sewn the pages into this bit. Apologies for repeating myself. So I reckon that is going to be fine and dandy doody, in my opinion. That's what I reckon. Okay. So, happy with that. I'm going to make sure that that's tied off nice and tight. And that's now just going to sit in there. And there's no lumps and bumps there. But there is a little bit of a lumpy bump there. But that's okay. Now then, I am wondering the best way to do this. So I'm going to trim these little bits off here just a little bit. And then that needs to be quite flexible. So I don't really want to attach this all down if I can help it. Although I'm going to have to, aren't I, to put it in place. So I wonder if I just wrap those bits around for now. Okay, and wrap that bit around there. It might just pop out again, mightn't it? Who knows the secret of the black magic box. Alrighty, come on. Wrap around, just get out the way. Okay, now what I want to do, I'm going to just put glue down here and glue down here so that it leaves this centre part open. I hope, oh no, one of my little gems has fallen off. That's okay, I was anticipating it, I'm not going to lie, because I've only just stuck them on. So I shall stick that on again momentarily. No great pandemonium. So let's pop some glooby-doo down here. I am thinking maybe I should have put like a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like a little raised area of card on this, sort of going around the edge, maybe, which may have made it easier to stick this in. But I've only just thought about that, so we'll see how this works. If we need to go to a plan B, C or D, well, you know, life's all about doing what you need to do, isn't it? We'll just see how this works out. You never know, it might work hunkily-dorily and it might be a pair of pants. Who can tell? Oh, got the shakes on, woo! Right, so I want to, oh, I can't see that way around. I want to bring this, and like I say, I've worked out, I want it about 8 mil. Now I'm just, oh, that's not going to work. That's not even getting close to it, is it? Oh, ratatouille. So yeah, look, you see, that's only just So I think I'm going to have to go with a plan B on this. Lucky you're here, folks. Because I think what I'm going to need to do... Oops, a daisy. Let me just wipe that up before it dries. And that. I'm going to wipe it in so that it won't mess with the aesthetics. Oh dear, made a mess. Never mind, it won't show because it'll be under this when it's finished. So I think what I need to do, I need to put some of this stuff underneath it, don't I? So I need to pop some of that under there, or rather than that, I've got I have got lots of this, which is black cardstock. I'm just going to find myself my thicker pieces. That's quite a thick piece there. Oh, that's almost perfect, isn't it? And I'm going to build just the edges up a little bit to give it a little bit of purchase. That's what I'm doing, folks. Oh, I've not got any room. I need some room. Get out the way. Oh dear. This is my brain working overtime now. I can't get my needle in my doofer. There we go. Needle in doofer. That's probably going to dry now before I get to use it. But right, which way round was that going? That way or that way? It's going that way. So I wonder if that's probably too wide. I only want a thin layer. Oh no, that's not going to be thick enough. I only want a thin layer just to give it a little bit of height. I'm going to cut that off in just a moment. And the fact that I'm able to use the cardstock is quite nice because it means I haven't got any extra covering to do. Let me just trim that off of there. I think that's going to work. If I put a couple of layers of that on, yeah, we can do this, Dawn. We can make this work. So if I cut that and I do another couple of those, it'll work. I feel quite confident about this, she says. There we go. So I've got my 4 little strips. Oh, it's like building a house, isn't it? Right then. Okay, let me stick this down here before it dries. It would help if I cut these to size first, wouldn't it? Stop skipping ahead of yourself. Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-day. Okay. So, I just want about that much off, don't I? I think. Perfect, that'll do. It'll do the job. Doing the job. Okay, so we're going to stick that on there. What is that? I don't know. It looks like a little beastie. I don't think it was a beastie, but it looked like a little beastie. Okay, so we're going to go with that. So that's first layer down. Okay. And now I'm going to raise it up a little bit more. I'll pop that down there. And pop that down there. And pop that on there. Okay, so this should, in theory, look, can you see? What I'm doing is I'm just building up the depth of that, but that will allow this elastic now to sit in the groove. It's all about the groove. And I've got plenty of depth available to me in the folio to allow me to do this. Right. Yeah, that's going to work a treat, I think. We think it's going to work, folks. Am I tempted to put one more layer on? Don't know. Let me have a check and see. Let me just wipe my surface down, because I don't want to be getting glue all over me folio. Foley diddly do. Right then, so that wants to go that way round. How's that going to work? I think that's actually going to blooming work, you know. Ha ha ha. We love it when a plan comes together. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down here. And I'm going to glue this down here. Alrighty. Bit cross about how much glue I've got there, but I think it'll be alright. I don't think it will make too much odds and end, although it doesn't look. There we go. Righty ho, that seems to be that does seem to be working. I'm just going to get a couple of bulldog clips. I want to hold this in place. Have I got that? Oh no, I need to bring it down a bit before it. That's better. Q. Just as well I noticed that. Right then. So I am now going to pin that onto there and pin that onto there. I wonder if I've got something right good and heavy to pop on there. And then that will be perfectamundo. Just going to get some of that little glooby-doo that's oozing out there. There we go. Okay, just pressing that into place. See, where there's a will, there's a way. That's the old saying, isn't it? There we go. I'm going to have to do something about that glue. That doesn't look straight now. Is it? Maybe it is. It's my wonky eyes again. Maybe it is. Right, right, what have I got that I can pop on there? Is that heavy enough? Might just be enough to hold it down. Right, I'm just going to pop this to one side. I've got a work table just by the side of me. I'm going to pop that on there so that I can get some purchase as I move all my other rubbish out of the way. And I've got this full of scissors and I've got that full of scissors, so I'm just going to pop those on there to give that a little bit of weight. Let that dry a second. Okay, so that's very nice. Let me get my bits out of the way. Now then, all being well, that'll work lovely jubbly, and I'll be able to show you that in the walkthrough. I don't know why I've just put that glue back on, because I need it, don't I? I need to stick my little gemmy piece back on. It's come off. It's what happens, you see, when you're trying to do things and you don't allow glue to dry. Everything falls to pieces. Right, let me pop that on there. Okay, right. All I have got left to do of this project is I've got a couple of little inserts to finish off. Now you may recall, if you've been following, I did some little flip flap inserts to go in the expandable belly band pockets, and I was going to do, there's 5, oh I can't get that in, I'm fiddling about there, where's my glasses? Yeah, there's 5 pockets in total, and I was going to do 5 flip flaps for it, 5 flip flap folios, but I think it's going to make it too thick if I do that. So I've had a change of thought process on that. Does that look all right? They look all right, don't they? There we go. Just a little bit of blingy bling bling. I thought ocean spray, ocean gems. I thought that looked pretty. Okay, and then that's the front, and then all this is literally I don't want to lift that now. It's just the pages of the kit made into a writable journal. That's it. That's all this is. And like I say, that's just to take you in and take you out as you want to. And that is it finished. I just put a little bit of lace on the spine because I didn't actually like the way it looked. It looked a little bit messy, so I tidied it up just by putting that little bit of lace on, and I just put a little bit of blingy bling down there as well. That's it. So that bit's done. I might put a pocket in there. I might put a pocket in there. Haven't really given it a lot of thought. Well, I have given it some thought, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided completely yet what I want to do with that. So that's ready to go in. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there because that's ready to go in. I have printed out the pages that I'm going to be using for the cover of the whole thing, of the hybrid journal. And I've got the stormy seas, and I've got just two of those, which I'm going to be using. And I've got a design that I'm going to be putting on there, but I'm not going to let on just yet what that's going to be. And I think for today, that's about as much as I can show you. So I'm just going to check and see, or I'll just, let me rephrase that. I am going to allow the glue to dry off on that center column that I've just put in. When that's dry, I'll come back and I'll show you it in situ so that you can see how it works, okay? So I will see you momentarily. Right, so I've allowed that time to dry, and I'm just going to show you it in situ now. So the folio will open up like, let me just get this right. So the folio will open up like that. You've then got your journaling space here, and then you've got the second part of the folio there. So that's now in situ, as you can see. It lays pretty flat, which I'm very pleased with. So you could, if you wanted to, journal while you've got that in there. But the other alternative is you've also got the option to take that out and use that as a separate piece. Okay, so that's it. That's all I wanted to show you today. I hope you like it. It's coming along really nicely. I'm hoping by Wednesday, just made a mess there, that I'll be able to give you a walkthrough. So with a bit of luck, Wednesday won't be a No Waste Wednesday. It'll be a final walkthrough of this particular project. So that's it for today, peeps. Hope you like it. I'll see you Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Bye.